Hi, this is Whitney from 365 Tapping Topics, one a day in your inbox every day. Today we're going to talk about releasing all of our emotions from a future that hasn't happened yet. So go ahead and get situated because we're going to dive right in. So take a deep breath and let something go. Even though I think and worry and project all kinds of scary things happening in the future. The future hasn't happened yet. Even though I'm worried about myself and the people that I care about and the world and many, many things, depending on what comes up in the news, what happens around me, to friends who become ill, or those that have not so great things happen, or even when bad things happen to me, like losing a job, I project the absolute worst in the future. And I choose to release all of my emotions from a future that hasn't happened yet. Even when things are going super great, sometimes I can't even enjoy the present moment for such a gripping fear that something bad is going to happen. So I choose to release all of my emotions from a future that hasn't happened yet. Top of the head. I release all of my emotions from a future that hasn't happened yet. I release all of my emotions from a future that hasn't happened yet. Side of the eye. I release all of my emotions from a future that might never happen, even if I worry about it. Under the eye. I release all of my emotions from a future that might happen exactly like I'm worried about, but it's not happening yet. Under the nose. I release all of my emotions from a future that isn't happening right now. Chin. I release all of my emotions from a future that isn't here yet and might never be here. Collarbone. I release all of my worry about a future that isn't here yet. Root point. All the worry in the world will never change a future. It'll just make me worry and feel bad in the present moment. Under the arm. It makes a lot of sense to worry because I care a lot. Top of the head. But I release all of my emotions around a future that might never even happen the way I'm worried or concerned about it. Eyebrow. I bring all of my attention and energy to creating a now that makes the future not an issue. Side of the eye. I let go of and release all of my emotions around a future that might never happen the way I worry about it happening. Under the eye. And I bring all of that energy to this present moment to do the best I can in this present moment. Under the nose, I release all of my emotions, deep, superficial, in between emotions around a future that isn't happening right now. Chin. I let go of all of my emotions that are eroding my sense of well-being in the present moment over a future that hasn't happened yet. Collarbone. I let go of all my emotions attached to a future that isn't happening. Rib point. I bring all my attention to the here and now, where I can do something about anything. The only place where I can do anything is here and now. Under the arm, I release all of my emotions from a future that isn't happening yet. top of the head, take a deep breath from your toes to the tip of your head and back again. If anything came up, go ahead and write it down and journal about it. Follow it in a tap if you're comfortable with that. Thank you for sharing your time with me for these 365 tapping topics, one a day in your inbox every day. I hope you have an incredible day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And remember, the caterpillar was always the butterfly. See you tomorrow.